Back for the second half. We are back live again. Back in the basement. Back with the connections. We're back on. Everything's working fine again. So, you know how it goes. We're in the basement. We're in the basement. You guys know how it goes down here. That's what happens when we're in the basement, man. Stuff always Yep. It's all good. It's all good. We're back, guys. We're back. I'm sure you'll be right back with us, man. Sure you'll be right back in here with us, man. The people that are used to this, regular cellar dwellers, OG dwellers, understand what happens in the basement. Just lost connection. That's all, man. It took a minute to get it back on. Bulldog! First person in the second half of this game. Cellar dweller accounted for. What's going on, Bulldog? What's going on? Rock, my favorite cellar dweller, my honey, Mrs. Basement, back in the basement for the second half. Back in the basement. Matumbo, basement, never. Truba, OG cellar dweller, back in the basement for the second half. I was thinking you can't go down on my basement. That's right. You can't go down. Lost connection, guys. That's it. It's been a while. It's been a while since that's happened. Give me some credit. It's been a while. Lost connection. It took a minute to get it back going. Thankfully, it happened right before the half, so at least we can see the second half now. Thankfully, it happened right before the half and not during a crucial point of the game. Not trying to jinx it now. Just saying, that's all. Truba, especially on my birthday. Happy birthday to Truba again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Truba. Happy birthday, Truba Train, Michael. Happy birthday to you. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. There you go, Michael. There you go. My acapella is off today, but you got it. You got the song. There you go. Too many of them, right? Yep. You know, man. You've been around a long time, man. You've been around with me. You know, man. You know the connection's gone. I just didn't get it back going right away. That's all. But we're back. It's all good. 70-65 Knicks. 8:45 left in the third quarter. 70-65 Knicks. Hit the like button again, guys. It's a whole new stream. You got to hit the like button again. Brunson bringing it back up. I'm excited for the Knicks and the Rangers. Man, am I excited for both of these teams. Both of these teams looking good. Brunson with the floater, and one. He's got 26. It's like Brunson goes for 30 points every time he plays. Like he goes for 30 points every time he plays. Brunson is killing it this year. Killing it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, happy birthday, Truba, from Bulldog. Truba, happy birthday from Mrs. Basement, from Rock. That's right. Truba's thanking everybody. A group thank you from Truba. A group thank you. Valix, another cellar dweller accounted for. Valix in the basement. Go Knicks. Let's go. Truba, yes. Hat trick for Panarin, man. What is up with that, Truba? Hat trick for Panarin, our boy, our assist king. Our assist king got 3 goals, man. 3 goals. Panarin, you got to be thrilled for him. What a great game by Panarin, man. What a great week for the Knicks, the Rangers. The Rangers are on a tear right now. On a tear. What a great week and a big win against Carolina. Again, Brunson driving the lane. Out to RJ. Come on, RJ. I'm pulling for you. But damn, he lost the ball. Man, Barrett is looking not good, man. And another foul. Barrett is not looking good lately, man. Cam Johnson just easily took that from Barrett. Claxton came up with the layup, and Randall fouled him. I mean, Barrett is bad. I mean, he has the ball. He's just bouncing it right there, and Cam Johnson just stuck his hand in and took it. Come on, man. Come on, RJ. I'm pulling for him, man. He's not been playing good ball lately. Not been playing good ball. Truba, thanks, everyone. Oh, I just read that. Yep. Manav, I'm going to eat my dinner now, Johnny. I'm still here. All right, Manav, back in the basement. Thanks, Manav. Bulldog, sub Valix. Josh Hart was a big pickup for the Knicks. Big pickup. What a great game. Randall off the, oh boy, that was a bad shot, Julius. 72-68, 7:20 left in the third quarter. Josh Hart was an amazing pickup. And again, to team him up with Jalen Brunson again, they won Villanova 2016 national championship. Brunson was like beyond excited, getting his teammate back over there. All right, 72-71 now. Knicks got to hang in there. Come on, Knicks. Let's go, man. Let's go. They've beaten you 9 times in a row. Yeah, what was up with that, Trouba? You put him back on the second line. I thought him and Tarasenko were going to be teamed up on the first line. He's back on the second with Trocheck. I never know what Gallant's going to do, because I thought we were going to try to do Trouba. I thought we were going to try to do Tarasenko, Panarin, and Mika on that first line. That's what I thought we were doing. And by the way, you see Kravtsov is requesting a trade. Get him out of here then. Get him out of here. Ship Vitali right out of town. Now he's requesting a trade. He's making trade demands. We'll get him out of here. 28 games, 3 goals. See you later, dude. Take a hike. Take a walk. Get rid of Kravtsov. I'm over him, man. You want to request a trade now? See you, kid. Goodbye. Don't play him anymore. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get Kravtsov right on off the Rangers. Get him out of here. Ship him. Bye. See ya. You want to go? Go. Trade him to the Coyotes or put him on the Blue Jackets. You want to off this team? Get off this team then. I don't care about Kravtsov anymore. I was really hoping that he's going to be something. Now we're back to the BS and all the trades. And see you later, dude. See ya. See ya, kid. You're doing nothing for the Rangers anyway, and you're acting like we're the ones holding you back. You're holding this team back, so get on out of here, dude. I'm over you, man. Goodbye. Yes, Trouba on the second line. Yes, man. I just was surprised with that. Listen, I don't know what Gallant's thinking half the time, and I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying it's crazy. Manab, thanks, Georgia. Alex, wish he had Mika. Wish he had Mike. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Trouba, he saw something after the first period. Yeah, he did. Man, I was so happy for Panarin. What a night. Bulldog, Kravtsov needs to go. Hell yeah, that's right. Trouba, door lifted. Yeah, that's right. Let the door hit you right in the old keister on the way out, man. Boom. See ya. Make trade demands. Trade him to the Coyotes and the Blue Jackets. Please. Trade him to one of those teams. You want to be on you're going to be on the worst teams in hockey. Go ahead, man. Trade him. I want him on the Coyotes right now. There you go, Bruin. You were asking before who's going to go. We'll trade him to the Coyotes. I agree, Drew, but we're done with him, man. They should bench him until they trade him. Don't play him anymore. Just don't play him. Just get rid. Just sit. Sit, kid. Stay in your street clothes. Stay in your car. Valix, happy birthday, Trouba. Gardini, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Gardini's in the basement, and Henrik Lundqvist is in the crowd. As I said before, one thing I love about the Knicks and the Rangers, they support each other's teams, man, and they're at the games. The other night, Kreider and Keandre Miller were both at the Knick game, man. I love it. Sauce Gardner, Bam Knight, they were at Rangers games. I love when the teams go back and forth and they support each other. I love that. Gardini, we in the basement. Why is every time the Knicks look good in places they struggle, they regress heavily in other areas? Now, let me tell you right now, the Knicks have had a good week. Picking up Josh Hart was awesome. It was a great move. Good two-guard. He can play small forward. The guy gets great rebounds and assists. And he teamed him up with Brunson again, so I'm very happy with that. I'm happy with the Rangers and Tarasenko. It's been a great week for both teams. Great week. Gardini, what with the 10-second slow mode? Dude, I just lost the whole stream, came back on. I just clicked through everything to get it back on, so I probably clicked it myself, Gardini. But I ain't messing with anything else. If it's on a slow mode for 10 seconds, then it is. I just clicked through everything to get back on because I lost the stream, Gardini. Like the good old days, I lost the stream. So I probably blew right through it, man. I usually don't have a slow mode on. But I'm not changing it now. So if that went on, Gardini, it won't be on the next game. I had to get back on. Good pass. Come on, Grimes. You got to hold that. 6:14 left in the third quarter. 74-71 Knicks. Sandman, let's go Nets. Hey, man, that's all good here, brother. All good here. You got it, man. Let's go Nets. Bulldog or the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks will probably turn their team around, though. That's why I'm not saying the Blackhawks, Bulldog. I want them on a traditionally bad team like the Coyotes, who have no direction. None. Zero. Put them on that team. I don't want them on a team where it's going to turn around eventually. Dinwiddie for a deep three. Missed it. Come on, Barrett. Stay on him, man. Man, RJ's got to have a much better year, man. I disappointed in him this season, man. It's his fourth year on the Knicks, man. He's got to look better than this. Valix, a Nets fan in the chat. We had another Nets fan in here earlier. Now, Sandman, be honest. How long have you been a Nets fan? Be honest, because I grew up in New York. I never knew any Nets fans until recently. How long you been a Nets fan? They share the Mecca. Who shares the Mecca, Gardini? The Mecca is Madison Square Garden, brother. Nets are in Brooklyn. I don't care about the Nets one way or the other. The only New York team I hate is the Islanders. Everybody knows that. I hate the Islanders. The Nets, I never really thought about the Nets one way or the other. I've always been a Knicks fan. The Nets I never cared about. They never bothered me. When they were in the finals with Jason Kidd and Kmart and Kerry Kittles and Richard Jefferson, I was going for the Nets. I was going for the Nets in that finals. I knew they weren't going to beat the Lakers, but I was going for them. But I never, like I said, I never went against them or for them. Sandman, what's your thoughts on the Nets? Are they still good? Yes, the Nets are still a very good team, Sandman. That's why I was like KD. KD always wants to be LeBron or whatever. KD cannot lead a team. Why didn't KD stay here? Randall for three, missed it, 74-73 Knicks. Why didn't KD stay? With this team here, if KD wants to prove that he doesn't need other team, he could have been the leader of this team and brought the Nets to a finals and won. He could have. You got Seth Curry, you got Joe Harris, you got players on the Nets. You got Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges now from the Suns. Those are solid players. Claxton's a decent center. The Nets have a team. They still have a team. They're not all of a sudden bad, but if KD had stayed here and won one, man, he would have gotten a lot more respect. KD runs to wherever team's already built. I don't get it. He ran to his competition. I don't get it. So that's my thoughts, Sam, man. The Nets still have a very good team, and I just think KD should have stayed. I think he should have stayed. Lockboard back, man. Lockboard's back. Watching Raw. I'm recording Raw. I'm all caught up. Elimination Chamber next Saturday, Lockboard. Elimination Chamber. And for Bruin, I'm doing the Bruins against the Islanders. So Saturday the 18th at 5 o'clock, we're doing Bruins and Islanders because he's dying to see me go for a Boston team over the Islanders, which I'll happily do. No problem. Gardini, I don't what the hell to think with Kadarius Toney. Yeah, all out in the Super Bowl, but the Eagles lost the game. That's what's important. The Eagles lost. And we love it. Bulldog, Hawks down by 8. We're playing the Hawks on Wednesday, Bulldog, right here in the basement. Trouba, Kreider gets bounced around like a ping pong ball and never says boo. Right. That's the difference between him and Kravtsov. Kreider is a team player. Right. Great point. Kravtsov's a bum. Get that rebound, Randall. Good. 76-76 tie game. 420. Sandman, you've been a fan since 2011. Good. So you're a real Nets fan then. Okay. Randall, good drive to the lane. I'm loving this Knicks team, though. When it comes to the Knicks and the Nets have the better future than the Nets do. They have a better squad of young players, Sandman. That's the main difference right now between the two teams. And I'm not being biased. I'm being serious. The Knicks have the better youth going forward. The Nets have a team right now. Had KD stayed, they might have gone to the finals. They got a really solid team. Wow, they nailed Bridges right in the head, and they didn't get the foul. We'll take it, but, I mean, they should have gotten a call on that. Brunson, Randall. Come on, Randall. And fouled. Good. So, yeah, Trouba, Kreider is a team player. Kravtsov has been nothing but a baby. a crying, whiny little baby since he came here. Wanted to play in the KHL back in Russia for a season. Then he comes back, cries for playing. And then he gets 17 games in a row, I think he played in. 17 in a row. And what'd he do? Nothing. We gave you opportunities. You do nothing. Nothing. See ya. Bruin back in the basement. There you go, Bruin. Manav, no spoilers for Raw, please, Lockport. He knows I'm recording it. I'm going to watch wrestling. I watch it tomorrow. I watch it on Tuesdays. I'm all caught up. Manav, Elimination Chamber, next Saturday, the 18th. Elimination Chamber right here. That's going to be, it's a good card, too. Good night coming up. Justin, what's going on, Justin? Another cellar dweller accounted for. Justin's in the basement. What's up, man? Sandman, KD, not an alpha. Right, not an alpha. Great player. One of the game's greatest players, KD. He definitely is. But he's not an alpha. He's not. He's not. He can't. Had he stayed on this Nets team, I'm telling you, the Nets would have made a run. They would have made a run. Boston and Milwaukee are very tough. Very tough, but the Nets would have made a run. But the Nets are still very good, Sandman. They're still a very good team. Getting Bridges and Cam Johnson from the Suns, that's a great pickup. These are solid players right there. So, and Seth Curry, great shooter. I mean, good. Joe Harris will shoot your lights out, man. That dude is good too, man. So, but it is what it is. They sacrificed a lot to get those players, Harden, Kyrie, and KD, and they got nothing for it. Nothing. And the thing also, if KD really wanted, he says he can handle pressure, then he would have gone to the Knicks. The Knicks, the Yankees, the Giants, and the Rangers, you go to those teams as a top player, the pressure on you is a lot more than the Nets, Mets, Jets, or Islanders. It's true. It's a fact. You're a superstar and go to one of the four teams, Giants, Yankees, Rangers, Knicks, you're going to get scrutinized a hell of a lot more than Jets, Mets, Nets, Islanders. You are. It's the way it is. That's how it is in New York. That's how it is. You'll get scrutinized on the Jets and Mets and all. Don't get me wrong, but it won't be as harsh as if you played for the original four New York teams. Bruin, I'm off to bed. Good night, guys. All right, Bruin. Well, thanks for hanging, brother. It's 9:15. You make me feel like I stay up late. I go to bed like right after the games, man. I eat dinner and then I go to bed. 9:15, though. Bruins calling it a day. Quickly for three. Come on, we need that, man. 80-80, 2:25 left in the third quarter. It's a great game. It's a really good game right now. Bridges, missed it. Grab that rebound. There you go. Quickly got it. Bringing it back up. Brunson, great move and the lay-in. Boom. Boom. Beautiful move by Brunson. 2 minutes left in the third. That was sweet. Love it, man. He faked the pass, went right inside quick, man. Defender didn't know what to do. Defender did not know what to do. Yeah, foul on Hart. Where are we at? Goodini out of the anyone. The Lakers look the best out of the deadline with completing a roster instead of emptying the bench in the future. Right. Hey, the Lakers picking up Mo Bamba. That was a good pickup, man. That was a really good pickup, getting Mo Bamba. Really good pickup. Very good, man. Yeah, Goodini, very good. Manav, good night, Bruin. Goodini, I don't buy that he was going with Kyrie no matter what Kyrie chose Brooklyn. Oh, I agree. The Knicks were mocked when the Nets got all those players. The Knicks were mocked. I said, these guys didn't want to go to a team where you're going to have pressure to win. See, if you go to New York, look at Mark Messier. He goes to the Rangers, guarantees, he brings the cup. That guy's got the key to the city, man. KD won one with Brooklyn, even with Brooklyn, man. He would have gotten keys to the city, man. It's just the way it is. But if you go to if you go to the Knicks and do that, after all this time of not winning, man, you're going to be on cloud nine here, man. Everybody's going to love you. You're going to love you forever. Mark Messier again. Who some people, not all, but some said, well, he won those rings, with Wayne Gretzky and all that type of stuff. Came to the Rangers, man. He took over the captaincy and took us to the promised land. Just like that. Down 3-2 to the Devils in 94. He guaranteed to win. Came back and won. Stephon Matteau, Game 7. Brunson for three. Brunson. Again, Goodini, we were mocked for getting Brunson and overpaying. No one's saying that anymore. Brunson is doing it. Loose ball foul on Hartenstein. Come on. Bruin, I'd stay for the stream, but right now, all right, brother, no problem. You know, Bruin, we're just breaking balls. We do that here, man. You know that. It's all good, Bruin. It's all good, man. Just breaking chops, man. It's all good, bro. If you're not feeling well, man, I hear you, man. I hear you. I do. Guys, hit the like button on the way into the basement. As anybody's new, subscribe, bell notice, like button. Minute 17 left in the third. O'Neal at the line for 2. Godini, I get it. He's not there yet, but Mahomes on pace to blow by Brady with his current trajectory, dude. There's no doubt about it. You can put him in the top 5. I mean, Joe Montana's undefeated in the Super Bowls. He was 4-0. But the trajectory, we got to break words down in the basement. Trajectory. Come on, man. He's been to 3 Super Bowls in 5 seasons, and he's 2-1. The guy's definitely on track. Definitely on track. No question about it. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. And by the way, the Eagles blaming the refs is weak. Not the Eagles, the Eagle fans. Bradbury admitted he was holding, which makes it worse for the Eagle fans because Bradbury admitted he was holding them and he was hoping they were going to let it slide. The referees did not make Jalen Hurts fumble away a touchdown. The referees did not let Kadarius Toney run all the way down to the 4-yard line, which ended up resulting in a touchdown on the next couple of possessions by Kansas City, right? Were the refs on there letting Kadarius Toney run down the field, or was that Eagles special teams? Who fumbled the ball, the refs or Hurts? It's weak. And I'm sorry, the Eagles did get away with that call. The screen pass to the running back, he made it, caught it, made a football move. He got to about here, and the ball got knocked away. So the Eagles got a call that should have gone the other way. The dude made a football move. I always think a football move is catching the ball. Isn't that a football move? You caught it. That's a football move to me. But I understand what the NFL means. He started to make a move, and he fumbled that ball. The Eagles got to keep the ball. Blaming the refs is weak. Dude, you guys choked in the second half. That's it. Mahomes and company came back. You let him back in the game. And Spagnoli finally started blitzing. He wasn't blitzing in the first half. In the second half, they finally brought the pressure. It was a whole different game in the second half. Spagnolo. Thanks, Manab. Bruin, all right. Good night for real, Bruin. All right, Bruin. Good night, brother. Good night. Josh Hart bringing it down. Let's go. And 1. I think he got and 1. Josh Hart and his amazing pickup for the Knicks just because of the chemistry he has with Brunson. Beautiful shot by Hart. Hart is 6 of 9 from the field. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And he waited. And he's and 1. Gardini, JB has turned into a tar in front of our eyes this season. Still would have rather we got JB in spite instead of JB has turned into in front of our eyes this season. Would have rather we get JB in spite instead of JJB. What happened? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see what happened here. I missed something. Flexion, all right. Hart. Who are they calling a foul on? Hartenstein got poked in the eye. I see that. Where was the foul? Oh, it's on the Nets. I thought the foul was on the Knicks. I was going to say I see Hartenstein got poked in the eye. I don't see any foul by the Knicks. It wasn't. It was on the Nets. So very good. Back in order here. Good evening. Mahomes top 5 all time already. He is. He's just got to keep the pace. He's got to keep the pace. Yeah, you are using new lingo on me. I'm reading JB, JJB, Spider, JJ, JB, J. It's taking me a minute to keep up. But, yeah, it's all good, Gardini. It's good to see you back in here, too, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. And LeBron, Goodini, LeBron. Speaking of go, LeBron. You missed it, Goodini. I had my Cavs James jersey on the other day. I had my Cavaliers James jersey on. I have an 07 Cavs jersey that's LeBron. I was so happy for him, man. I was really happy for him. Great job. Only 1 of 5 QBs all time, 2-time MVP, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Right. He's 2-1 in the Super Bowls. 2-1. Joe Montana's undefeated. He had 4. And then Tom Brady, of course, has 7. Mahomes is more than on his way. More than on his way. Keep up this pace, he's going to be good. The Kansas City's got to keep the players going. Now, amen, Goodini. I agree with that all day. The dude averages, the last I saw, hold on. Come on, don't let him shoot. Come on, Brunson. O'Neal missed a wide open 3, thank goodness. 10-point lead, end of the third quarter. 93-83 Knicks. 93-83 Knicks. This has been a great week for the Knicks and the Rangers and the Eagles losing. What a week. What a great week. Gardini, going back to your 1 of 5 quarterbacks all time. Joe Montana is 3-time MVP, so he's already got 2 there, Mahomes. He's got 2 there, Super Bowl MVP. So, Montana is undefeated in the Super Bowl, 4-0. So is Bradshaw, but nobody ever compares Bradshaw to Montana. I'm just thinking. Montana's a 3-time Super Bowl MVP. He's undefeated. And he's thrown all 4 Super Bowls. He never threw an interception. I think he has 122 attempts or something it's something weird like that. But he never threw an interception in the Super Bowl. Never threw one. So Mahomes is entering some really incredible territory on the pace he's at. Now, the one thing I have with Kansas City and Mahomes, can they maintain a team together? Because Mahomes gets paid a whole lot of money. See how that salary cap starts affecting them down the road. Mahomes is incredible. 5 AFC championship games in a row, went to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. I mean, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So he's on his way. Definitely on his way. Yep. Gardini's I'm not even debating with you. He's definitely on his way. He's on his way. You can put him in the top 5, no problem. I put him in the top 5. No problem. The people he's gunning for is Montana and then Brady. Montana and then Brady. That's who he's gunning for because, to me, those are the best quarterbacks of all time. LeBron, going back to that for a minute, last I checked, LeBron was averaging 30 points a game, which was 4th in the league at the time. Now, that was last week. I'm sure it didn't change that much. And he was averaging 51% from the field. More than half the shots he's getting at the age he's at. Next on the list is Alexander Ovechkin, who's a little less than 80 goals away from beating Wayne Gretzky's untouchable record of 894 goals. When he gets close, I'm going to start doing – I hate the Washington Capitals, but when he gets close, I'll start doing Capital games. Brunson, by the way, is 5th all-time on the Knicks for most 30-point games in the season. And the season's not even over yet. He's got 15. That's 5th all-time on the Knicks for a season. 15 games he's had over 30 points, Jalen Brunson. And the season's not even over yet. He's 5th all-time. Beautiful layout, alley-oop to top, and 95-83 Knicks. 4th quarter just getting underway. Gardini, Charlotte versus Atlanta, 144-138 in regulation. Charlotte is horrible, and that's in regulation. Wow. Charlotte's a really bad team, too. Really bad. Knicks bringing it up. We're up by 10. Quickly, just beyond the arc right now. Now he's driving the lane. Got the foul. Didn't get the basket. Gardini, MJ was under 45% field goal at this point in his career. Unreal. Oh, yeah, you and I are on the same page with this, Gardini. You and I are on the same page. I'm a Jordan fan, too. I loved Michael Jordan growing up. I loved him as a player. The guy was the most incredible player I had ever seen until now. Until now. I'm with LeBron on that one. But I love Michael Jordan. I love him. The guy was an incredible, up until LeBron's career, yeah. So he's been to 10 finals. 10. So I'm with you all day on that, Gardini. And he went to 8 in a row. No one's ever done that. 8 in a row. 8 in a row. Bulldog, I hate the Hornets. Yeah, well, I would think so. Your team's losing them, right? 144 to 138. And it's still going. The game's still on. 96-85, Knicks over the Nets right now. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 11-point lead. Am I comfortable? No. Turnover by the Nets. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go. Turnover. Let's go. Come on, man. Bad turnover by the Knicks. Bad, man. Bad pass by Quickly, and Barrett couldn't control it. Couldn't control it, man. It's really getting here. Really disappointed with RJ Barrett, man. I'm not giving up on him. I just don't like the game he's playing, man. He's just not playing good this year. He's not playing good. Not playing good. RJ Barrett is his fourth year. He's disappointing me, man. He's just not. He's too inconsistent right now. Too inconsistent. I hate the Hornets. Oh, I just read that. Good move, Hardenstein. Did he get the foul on that too? 98-88 Knicks. Gardini, when people say LeBron's the GOAT, they called LeBron lovers. And you say MJ the GOAT, you're not a hater. I love Michael Jordan. I do not even come close to hating Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the greatest player I had ever seen up until this point. Dude, what are you doing? Shoot it. RJ, hit that, please. Man, he is off again. RJ is in. Good steal by Hart. And one, I believe. Timeout. All right, let's get back to this. Gardini, when people, I just read that. True, but again, we disagree. MJ is my guy, best ever, but you don't lose with either one. I completely get it, Truba. I don't like. One reason I don't like the LeBron Jordan debate. The one reason I don't like it is because it makes it sound like one or the other is hating on the other. I in no way hate Michael Jordan at all. The guy is a freaking legend. You know what I say? The age I'm at, I am so proud to say I've seen the legendary players in every sport that I've seen. I've seen Wayne Gretzky. I've seen Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carson, Carl Banks, that whole great Giants linebackers, Mike Singletary, the 85 Bears, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders. And I mean, I've seen Earl Campbell. These are legendary players. LeBron James today, KD. KD's one of the best players of all time. Yes, he's not an alpha, but he's still one of the greatest players. Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. I've seen so many amazing players. Don Mattingly, Dave Winfield, Strawberry. Dwight Gooden, at one time, you could argue, was the greatest pitcher to come out the gate. There was a time Dwight Gooden, you could actually argue, was the greatest, youngest pitcher to come out the gate ever. He was amazing to watch, Dwight Gooden. I'm so thrilled at all the legends, Tony Gwynn and Cal Ripken. These guys, you may never see a hitter like Tony Gwynn. It's one of the greatest hitting of all time. Tony Gwynn rarely struck out. Rarely. I forget his numbers, but it's something insane. As a matter of fact, just for the sake of argument, Tony Gwynn's strikeout percentage is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I saw legends like this. So the GOAT debates I don't like to get into as much because it makes it sound like we're hating on the other player when we can't. You want to hear this? You want to hear this? I'm just double checking this, but this is crazy. Tony Gwynn. You ready for these stats about Tony Gwynn? Tony Gwynn, in a 20-year career, 20 years, he struck out 434 times. That's it in 20 years. 434 times in 20 years. That's a strikeout for his career percentage of 4.2. 4.2% of the time he struck out. That's one. He won 8 batting titles. He finished in the top 5 for the league's best average 13 years in a row, top 5 batting average from 84 to 97. The only season he did it was 1990, in which he missed the crown by 1 hit. 1 hit. Think about that. 20 years, he only struck out 434 times. That's it. And I got to see that guy play. These are legends, man. So I just love the fact that Trouba's an older guy. He's seen all of this himself. You get to see these legendary players play, man. That's a gift. That is a gift. Joe Montana, even Dan Marino. He didn't get any rings, but I saw the freaking guy play. He was one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen. Forget about rings for a minute. Guy threw 48 touchdown passes in his second year in the league. Anyway, let me get back. What do we got? Gardini, if you're starting a team all the time, you get to choose any player number 1 overall. Would you choose Braun unanimously? If you say otherwise, you're ignorant. I don't. But what do you start a team with? What era? What rules? There was a time when I grew up, you started teams with a center. How about starting a team with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and building around him? What era are we talking about? I don't necessarily say I would start it with LeBron, depending on what era we're talking. I was always big on building around the centers. Now, today's more of a 3-point game. I get it. But if I was starting a team, I'd probably take Kareem and build the team around him. I think I'd build a team around Kareem, and that's just my opinion. I'd take a center and build a strong team around him, depending on what era, what rules. So I wouldn't take LeBron number 1 overall. I'd probably go with a center. I'd probably go with Kareem to start overall. Somebody else might say Jordan. Someone could say LeBron. Someone could say someone completely different. Someone might tell you Wilt Chamberlain. Someone might want to build a team around Wilt Chamberlain to start. So I wouldn't say I'd necessarily start a team with LeBron. I'd probably start it with Kareem, depending on the era and the rules that we're playing in. Kareem had that record forever. He's a 6-time champion. He's the greatest center of all time. Kareem's the greatest center of all time. He is. I don't know, man. So I wouldn't say it's ignorant, Gardini. I wouldn't say it's ignorant. I would say there's a lot of great choices you could make to start a team number 1 overall. Where are we? I just lost a lot. Hold on a second. 191 Knicks, 8:30 left in the game. We got all caught up here. Hart back to Toppin for 3, top of the key. He missed it. Oh, come on, Toppin. Here comes O'Neal. Dinwiddie for 3. He missed. Grab that board. They got it back. Watch out, Hart. Don't get a foul. Come on, Knicks. Hang in there. They got 8 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie driving it up. He drew the foul, but he wasn't in the act of shooting. Let me get back to this. True, but that's just an ignorant statement by Gardini to say what you just said is ignorant. Gardini, that I have to agree with. You can't say people are ignorant if we're not taking LeBron. And I like LeBron. LeBron's my favorite player. But I don't know if I necessarily start a team with him. He'd be on the team, but I think I'm starting with Kareem. Bulldog, Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter what? Oh, you're talking about starting a team in baseball? Be a good choice. Goodini, Wilt Chamberlain, or you're not that old. Wilt Chamberlain. You could easily make an argument to start a team with Wilt Chamberlain. Truba, check out Joe DiMaggio's strikeout record. He struck out 369 times in his whole career. I know. We're talking about these are legendary hitters, guys that say they could see the stitching on the ball. Stitching on the ball. That's amazing. Tony Gwynn said he could see the stitching on the ball. I think Ted Williams said the same thing. You're born with that. You are born with that talent. You're born with that, man. Like, to be able to see something that close to where you're striking out 434 times in a 20-year career, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. Joe DiMaggio, yeah, another legend. I love the Joe DiMaggio. I read his book and I read Mickey Mantle's book. Man, they weren't the best of friends there. Joe DiMaggio didn't really like Mickey Mantle too much, pushing in on his area there. King B, what about changing NFL under 2-minute timing rules? For example, in the USFL, if you don't advance the ball, the clock stops. That would be interesting. You mean like kneeling the ball at the end of the game, like the Chiefs ran out the clock? Hart for 3. Missed. Get that rebound, Hart. That's all right. We got it. Quickly driving the lane, loses the ball. Hart got it back. Hart driving, and one. Josh Hart is killing it for the Knicks. Killing it since he's gotten here. Talk about being pumped up. 7:05 left in the fourth quarter. 105-94 Knicks. 105-94 Knicks. That's interesting, King. That's an interesting take. Under 2-minute timing. The last 2 minutes in the NFL takes about 20 minutes. You don't advance the ball, the clock stops. A penalty with 1:30 left for a first down. Hart hit the right. 3-point play, 12-point lead by the Knicks, 106-94, 7:05. Josh Hart is 8 of 12 from the field, 20 points. Great pickup by the Knicks. Loving it. And you can tell this guy loves to be here, too. King, back to you. A penalty with 1:30 left for a first down won't have such a huge impact like last night, and you won't get 3 kneel downs and a chip shot. I hear you on that, man. It does. I hear you on that. And you know, it's funny because, again, it all resulted in a penalty, which Bradbury admitted he was holding. And I'm not blaming the refs for the game. I'm not going to blame the refs for the game. Not when Hurts fumbled away a touchdown and their punt return team allowed Tony to run all the way to the 4-yard line. Like, there's plenty of things that happened during the game, but it did have a huge impact. Just like the overtimes last year when the Bills, the 13 seconds, and they want an opportunity to score also. There's some change. That'd be an interesting change, King. Be an interesting change. It'd be interesting, man, but that'd be some adjusting. I don't think they're going to do that kind of adjusting. I don't know. Who knows? I know they're more hell-bent on getting defense out of the league in every league. They expanded the run base. They expanded the bases in baseball. They expanded them by 3 inches, which cuts the base path running down by 4.5 inches. So guys are going to get safe easier. They don't want any defense anymore. They don't want defense in any sports. They want the casual fan. They want fantasy sports, DraftKings, all this stuff, fan duels, whatever else. That's what they want. They want offense. They don't want defense in any sport anymore. I grew up where defense meant a lot. You wanted to see a defensive game. I like pitching duels. A lot of people today, they don't like pitching duels. They don't like the 1-0 game where, it comes down to the pitcher. Or in the National League, if a guy's pitching a great game and you can't take him out, or should I take him out because you got a pinch hit? It was always harder to manage a National League game than an American League game because you don't have the DH. I mean, you do now, but I'm saying at the time, you don't have the DH in the National League. It was harder to manage over there. But they've taken all that away. It's all about offense now. So I think, King, these leagues are more focused on getting defenses far out of the game as they possibly can, so we can have all these games that are, high scoring and all, throw the kitchen. Oh, beautiful alley-oop up to Hartenstein. 110-94 Knicks. 108-94 Knicks, excuse me. We have 42 points in the paint. They only have 28. We are killing it. Knicks are looking really good. Manab, old school NBA players. Oh, they all are. Gadini building around LeBron is easy. 3 and down rebounders. Bob, hey, Bob, another cellar dweller accounted for. Bob, what's up, man? How you been? Good to see you in here. Gadini, Kareem played with Oscar and Magic, 2 of the best passers of all time. No kidding. He had the record. He usually was the biggest guy on the floor in an era centered around post-play. Well, that's what I mean by when you start a team. What era are we talking about? Are there going to be 3-point plays? Are we going to have no defense? Is hand checking allowed, not allowed? So it's hard. That's why it's not ignorant for people to pick other people besides LeBron. It depends on the era we're playing in. There's plenty of players you could take. There was a time where you built teams around centers. Centers were the team the build around. Bulldog, I said Derek Jeter is one of the best players in the history of sports. He's up there. There's no doubt. He did all the intangibles. Statistically, he's not. Ring-wise, he is. He is one of the best players in history because he did all the intangibles, Derek Jeter. He is. There's no doubt. He did all the intangibles, man. All of them. He knew his awareness on the field was almost second to none. Almost second to none. Quickly, go up. Oh. Gardini, at the same time, those errors were never near the amount of velo and break on the balls today. Not saying they wouldn't be good until the strikeout numbers would skyrocket. At the same time, those errors was never near the amount of velo and break on the balls today. Not saying the velocity and the break. Man, you're making me work on figuring this crap out. Velo, velocity. Got you now. And break on the balls, not saying it would be good in strikeout numbers. Yeah, but, also back then, pitchers were allowed. This is what's funny to me about the steroid era being, it was a cheating era. There's no doubt about it. It's a full-blown cheating era. Now, pitchers back then scuffed the ball. They were allowed to scuff the ball. It made the ball break better. Now, that's cheating, but they don't call it cheating. It is cheating. You are altering the game by scuffing the ball. You're altering the game. Steroids altered the game. Brady Anderson all of a sudden could hit 50 home runs. Like it altered the game. Scuffing the ball altered the game. It was allowed. Steroids, unspoken, but was allowed. It was an unwritten rule, but allowed. And Bud Selig being this big, being a big advocate for keeping Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame and banning he doesn't want any of the steroid guys in the Hall of Fame. But yet you ran the steroid era and you knew about it. And Bud Selig's in the Hall of Fame as a commissioner. He shouldn't be anywhere in that Hall of Fame. Nowhere near it. And he doesn't want the all-time hits leader in the Hall of Fame, Pete Rose, who gambling's attached to every commercial. They don't even break the game away. They'll have you've seen it. They have the game, have a picture-in-picture with the game. And over here, hey, guys, don't forget the bet. Don't forget, you can bet on this quarter right now. You can bet. And Pete Rose is the bad guy. Got it. Matumbo, booze or bud? I'll take root beer, but in my days of drinking Matumbo, I don't drink anymore. I was a Jack Daniels, booze over beer any day of the week. Booze over beer any day. It was Jack Daniels. I didn't drink anything else but that. And I don't drink it anymore. But back then, yeah, sure. That's where I would have gone. Henry, I'm back. Been back. Yeah, I lost the stream, man. I lost connection. You know how it goes. It wasn't even anything I did. I just lost connection, man. And it took me – thankfully, it was right before the half, so I had time to adjust it and get back on. Trouba, Nolan Ryan would dominate any era. I already agree with you right off the bat. Period. 7 no-hitters and 12 no-one-hitters and 19 two-hitters. He averaged 10 games a game over his entire career. And, right, those 12 one-hitters, I don't know if it was all of them, Trouba. I don't know if it was all of the 12. But weren't most of those 12 giving up that one hit in the ninth inning? Weren't most of those 12, Trouba, The one hit he gave up, weren't most of those in the ninth inning? At least 5 of them, I think, were in the ninth inning when he finally gave. He could have had 12 no-hitters. I think 5 of those 12 one-hitters, if you're staying with me, I think 5 of those 12 were broken up in the ninth inning. Those one-hitters. I think it was broken up in the ninth inning, if I'm correct on that, Trouba. But I think 5 of those 12 were down to the ninth inning before he had 12 no. He could have had 5 other no-hitters is what I'm saying that got broken up in the ninth inning. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right on that. Big task. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Big task in the basement. Knicks are up 111-96. 5:20 left in the fourth quarter. Quickly at the line. He should hit the second of this. I'm just waiting to see if he hits it. The Knicks should be going up by 16 here with 5:20 left. Am I comfortable with that? No, because it's the Knicks. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing Josh Hart? Hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Josh Hart, is he not motivated to be a Knick and teamed up with Brunson again? Are you watching this? What an amazing, amazing time. And Josh Hart is thrilled to be on the Knicks. Brunson's thrilled to have him. The Rangers just got Tarasenko. I am so thrilled this week for the Knicks and the Rangers. And then to top it off, the Eagles lost. This is an amazing week. Yeah, Bulldog, the final home run of Derek Jeter's career. I think that's when he got. Jeter was an awesome player. There's no doubt about it. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I mean, there's no question about that. None. I know it wasn't allowed, True, but I'm saying when I say it was allowed, I meant that's why I threw in the unwritten rule with the steroids. It was allowed, but I mean unwritten rule style, so I should have worded that better. You're right. It wasn't allowed, but it was allowed. Like it was known. Steroids was known. And for Bud Selig to act like he didn't know. And by the way, Jose Canseco was not the first guy. Does anybody know who the original guy to sell out the steroid thing? It wasn't Jose Canseco. The book, yes, is famous. But do you guys know who the actual real guy in an interview to sell it out? The real guy that sold this out? So, yeah, true. But that's really what I meant. Like steroids wasn't allowed, but it was like unwritten rule and everybody knew they had them. You know, remember the Mets in 86? They had the greenies. And they admitted, and they're all there, the greenies in there. Everybody was taking them. He said, except Gary Carter. They said Gary Carter didn't. But, I mean, there was things that was known that was just supposed to be under the rug. Grady, another cellar dweller, another Ozzy in the basement. Grady, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in here, Grady. Thanks for always supporting, man. Bulldog, welcome to the basement. Bulldog, Nolan Ryan didn't have one no-hitter as a Met. No, the Mets got rid of him young. And I think it's I don't know the reasoning behind it. Maybe they thought he was wild. I don't know. Mike Scott was another decent pitcher that Mets got rid of. Mike Scott became a very good pitcher for the Astros. Not in Nolan Ryan's category or stratosphere. I'm just saying Mike Scott was another good player that the Mets got rid of. And, of course, the famous one when the Mets traded away Lenny Dykstra and Roger McDowell for Juan Samuel. Who came to New York and said he ain't staying here. I mean, like what? You got rid of Lenny Dykstra and Roger McDowell for Juan Samuel. They both went to the Phillies. 113-96 Knicks, 4:45 left in the game. The Knicks are up by 18. Am I comfortable? No. This is Brunson's third 40-point game this season. Third. Remember, guys, he's fifth. He's 15 games this season of over 30 points, and the season's not even over yet. The record is 36 for the Knicks. 36 is the most 30-point games in the season. Trouba, I saw him pitch, and it was unreal to see him live. He was so dominant. You know what's funny, too, Trouba? I saw enough of him. I never saw him live. One of my favorite Nolan Ryan moments was what? Robin Ventura. Young Robin Ventura coming out, charging Nolan Ryan. And what did Ryan do? Stepped to the side, headlocked him. Boom, 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 boom. Anybody that didn't see that, YouTube Robin Ventura, Nolan Ryan. It's hilarious. Robin Ventura looked like he didn't want to charge, and then he decided to charge, and he should have went with his initial reaction was don't charge. Nolan Ryan just literally stepped a little to the side and headlocked him and just I mean, straight uppercuts. Oh, you had to feel like an idiot if you're Robin Ventura. Oh, my gosh, I remember that. Henry, I still think the Yanks need another pure hitter. It's really same team far as offense. Please don't get me started on Aaron Hicks and Josh Donaldson, please. Josh Donaldson's defense actually was pretty good. His defense was still pretty good. His bat was horrendous. The guy gets paid $25 million a year. 4:18 left. Knicks up 114-96. Josh Hart. The Knicks team has stepped up. Like the attitude and the whole has really bumped up since Hart has got here, man. The Knicks, at the very least, should win a playoff round and get to the second round. I expect them to get to the second round this year. Man, Truby, you're lucky. I wish I saw. My father saw him pitch. My father grew up a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, and then he switched to the Mets because, you're a Brooklyn Dodger fan back then, or a Yankee fan back then. You're definitely not going the other way. So the Brooklyn Dodgers, Yankees, it's like going for the Islanders right now as a Ranger fan. It's not happening. So, but he saw him pitch plenty of times. Henry. Hey, Truba, do you know why the Mets got rid of Nolan Ryan? Was it because he was wild when he was young? I don't know the story behind that. That's why I'm asking you. I don't know. I thought maybe he was wild. Was he a wild pitcher when he was younger? I don't know. Why did the Mets get rid of him? Do you know, Truba? I don't know. Henry, I still think I agree with you on that, Henry. They do need another hitter. Just riding Aaron Hicks to me is a joke. Put Oswaldo out there at least. Put Oswaldo out there. Just put the kid out there. More than Aaron Hicks, please. Big task. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Amen. Truba. He only played his rookie year with the Mets, Bulldog. They traded Ryan for Jim Fregosi. Has to be the worst trade ever. That rings a bell. Jim Fregosi, that rings a bell. But the reasoning why they got rid of Nolan Ryan was what I was wondering. It's like the Islanders getting rid of Zdeno Chara. Remember that? To get Alexei Yashin. Zdeno Chara and a draft pick, which I think turned out to be Jason Spezza. Who was good for the Senators. And the Islanders got rid of a young Zdeno Chara, Hall of Fame defenseman, who ironically finished his career with the Islanders. His last year, he finished with the Islanders. What a joke organization that club is. I love it. Zdeno Chara, you get rid of him. They get rid of him. And he comes back and plays his last year for them. What a slap in the face. Quickly, driving the lane. Mid-range jumper. Boom. The Knicks are going to win this game. I said that early. They're up by 21 with 3:40 left. They are dominating right now. Dominating. They are looking really good. And again, the future of these two teams, the Nets have a really good team still, but the Knicks' future is brighter. The Knicks' future is bright. I'm loving these young players on this team. Yep, there you go, Godini. They traded around for Jim Fregosi. Godini, Mike Scott, Cutball King, Gaylord Perry, Spitball King. Yeah, Gaylord Perry. Mariners. Mike Scott, Astros. Yep. I remember the Astros and the Mets had some pretty big series back in the 80s. Hart, corner three. Hart. Boom, boom, boom. I can't say it enough. Knicks up 120-98. Bulldog, there was a 20-year age gap between Ventura and Ryan. Right, Bulldog, and Ventura got his butt kicked. 20-year difference, and Ventura got his ass kicked. Period. Literally, if you YouTube it, that's all you're going to see. You're going to see this. Nolan just feeding them fists. Obi kicks it out to Hart. Hart's going for another corner three. And hit it. Are you kidding me? Josh Hart. What a pickup. 123-98. Knicks are rolling. Hart is 4 of 6 from 3, 10 of 14 from the field, 27 points. 27 points. Josh Hart is killing it. Yeah, 20. I just read that Bulldog. Trouba, they said he was wild. That's what I read. Yeah, he was wild. I just wasn't sure if I was accurate on that, Trouba. That's all I wanted to know. I wasn't sure if I was accurate on it. I always found it like, how do you get rid of Nolan Ryan? Gardini, while he did not have a career's based on balls and 9 on the Mets, out of 9 innings. Gotcha. Trouba, he threw over 100 miles an hour and they gave up on him. Yeah, how do you give up on that? And 100 miles an hour back then? How do you give up on that? The Mets have had, oh boy. That's unreal, is right. And he gave up on him in his rookie year. How do you do that? Wow. Josh Hart, 27 points, 10 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from three-point land and 5 boards from your 2 guard. Bulldog, no, he signed a 1-day contract with the Bruins and retired a Bruin. Oh, well, he played his last year on the Islanders. That's all I'm saying. He played his last year on the Islanders, Bulldog. But if you want to get that technical, okay, he retired with the Bruins for 1 day, but he played his last year on the Islanders is my point. He played his last year on the Islanders. He could have retired with the Bruins. I didn't want to get that technical. He played his last year on the Islanders. That's the point. Gardini, an unforeseen explosion from Cam Thomas. Knicks got it in the bag. Dude, Knicks got this in the bag, and Josh Hart coming again and teaming up with Jalen Brunson. This team is just elevated even more. Yeah, they are, Gardini. They are popping off big time tonight. They are. McBride is going to be the one to lose out the most. Grimes is going to lose sometime, but Grimes is definitely starting over McBride. He's a better shooter. McBride's got good defense, but if someone's got to take a real back seat, it's going to be Miles McBride. And I like the kid. But he's not going to start over Grimes, and Grimes is still the 2-guard starter, but he's going to be alternating with Josh Hart a lot more than McBride is. It's going to be Grimes and Hart way more than McBride in that scenario. Josh Hart has been unbelievable. Yeah, tonight in the last game, too. It's just incredible, man. Trouba, yeah, he had a nasty curve. Nolan Ryan, it's amazing, man. What does he have, 5,700 strikeouts? 5,700. Yep, you couldn't dig on him. He would drill you. I love watching I saw Nolan Ryan play, but I saw him play for the Rangers and the Angels. Remember he was on the Angels? I saw him pitch there. Angels, Rangers were the ones I remember the most. Come on, man. This game's just about over. 1:15 left in the game, 123 to 104. The Knicks are up by 19 and looking freaking phenomenal. They're looking amazing. Gardini, Mets are trying to stay in contention with the Seaver era and tried to win now instead of developing Nolan. It's insane. You would have had Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver in the same order. Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver in the same pitching order. But then again, like, look at the Orioles. When the Mets won, they beat an Oriole team kind of like they had 4 20-game winners. The Baltimore Orioles pitching staff had 4 20-game winners, and they lost. The amazing Mets. 4 20-game winners on your pitching staff, and you lose. Even though they all weren't 20-game winners, that's like losing with Smoltz, Maddox, Glavine. Even Steve Avery was a pretty decent pitcher to have deep in your rotation. Gardini, Mets, I just read that. Gardini, Miles is going to be a journeyman bench point guard like TJ McConnell or Ricky Rubio role. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for McBride. McBride's got really good defense. I like him as a defender, but he's the odd man out right now. With Josh Hart coming over, Quentin Grimes is the guy. Grimes and Hart are your 2 guards. Fournier, forget him. And McBride, they're going to be done. Trouba, Astros. Oh, yeah. Yep. Astros, man, Trouba. Yep, for Nolan Ryan. That was the other team I was thinking of. I remember mainly on the Rangers and the Angels, but you're right, the Astros as well. Fournier for 3. Off the bench, missed it. Doesn't matter. This game's over. Devin, welcome into the basement, Devin. Please subscribe, bell notice. Hit that like button, Devin. Knicks should trade RJ from Mikal Bridges, and that's the Iron Man right now. He has the most consecutive games in the league, Bridges. I don't want to give up on RJ just yet, but I understand what you're saying. I was nervous this year that RJ might be traded at the deadline. Truba Astros read that. Devin, Knicks needed RJ to become an all-star, and he has regressed to only 22, but it's not looking good. I can't even argue with you on that, Devin. I'm an RJ Barrett fan. I was so excited when they got Barrett. Even Coach K, even he said without Zion's time at Duke, RJ would have been the number 1 overall pick. I mean, like, this kid has regressed, and his defense is terrible lately. And I hate ripping on it. I very rarely get today's players' jerseys. I usually like to have legendary jerseys because players switch teams so much. I did get an RJ Barrett jersey. I'm like, this guy's going to be a Knick for a long time. And now I'm nervous. Like, I hate seeing it. Devin, I can't disagree with you, man. RJ right now has regressed, and he's regressed badly. He's regressed badly. Badly, man. I don't know what to say. He has, man. And I hate it. I'm really pulling for the kid, man. He's only 22. I wouldn't get rid of him just yet. But how much longer? He's in his 4th year and he's regressed. He should be one of the known stars in the game right now. He should be one of the known stars in the game, RJ Barrett. He's not. He's regressed. And I wouldn't blame the Knicks if they had traded him at the trade deadline. I would have been pissed because he is only 22. But, I don't know what else to say on it, Devin. I'm just disappointed right now, and I'm hoping for an amazing miracle turnaround, Devin. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm an RJ Barrett fan, man. I just hate to see it like this. Truba, McNally, Kohler, Palmer, and Dobson. 4 20-game winners and did not win. Did not win. Wow. Goodini, don't forget Brooks and Hank Robinson, deadly lineup and field. Yeah, that it's just amazing that they freaking lost that. As much as I'm all in on developing Jericho, right now, Hartenstein has been a rebound king lately. Jericho Sims is very young. They have to develop him more. He needs to learn, like, he gets in a lot of foul trouble, like early, like really early. So it's not good for him. They need to develop Jericho Sims. I love that the guy's there. He's another great young player. I think the Knicks, they develop him right. And watch out if Jericho Sims can get a shot. The kid's real aggressive. He can block well. He rebounds well, but he gets foul trouble too easily. And that's because he's kind of like a bull in a china shop right now. So let the kid develop a little bit. But I do agree at this moment with Mitchell Robinson hurt, Hartenstein should probably get the start. I agree with that. Fournier is horrible. Devin, I mean, I don't even know how to add on to that. I 100% agree. Fournier is horrible. Why does Fournier play so much better in the international games? Like when he plays for France, Fournier looks really good when he plays in international games, and he plays for France. He looks really good. How come he doesn't do that in the NBA? I don't get it, Devin. Things that gives me hopes is look at Markkanen. He became a beast after mediocre years. Good point. Markkanen became a beast. That's why I don't want to give up on RJ right now, Devin. I hear what you're saying in the trade for Bridges. I hear you, but I don't want to do it just yet. I feel like if he has just a couple of tweaks, man, his confidence right now is in the gutter. Barrett's confidence is in the gutter. It's in the gutter. I hate to even look. I know in like halfway through the third quarter, he only had 4 points. RJ Barrett tonight, 24 minutes, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from he had 4 points for the game. 4 points for the game in 24 minutes. It's really bad. It's bad. It's bad. All right, guys, I'm going to read a couple more of these and we're going to wrap it up. I'll be back Wednesday. Knicks Hawks Wednesday at 7:30. I'll be back for that. Manav, good night, Johnny, and the other dwellers. Love you guys forever. Manav, we love you too, brother. You're an OG dweller, man. We love you too, bro. Good evening, night, boys, and Johnny. See you all next stream. All right, good evening. Good to see you back in here. Nikos, another cellar dweller accounted for at the last second because we're getting ready to go off. But Nikos, don't forget that like button on the way in, brother. Haven't followed my Knicks in a month or so. Greetings to the basement crew. Start following. We got Josh Hart now, Nikos, and they're looking good. The Knicks are looking good. Big win tonight. Good evening. Fournier popped out versus the Sixers. Yeah, but he's just not doing it. I mean, he did, but he's not really doing it anymore. True, but a 420-win season was 1971 and Baltimore lost to the Pirates in 7. Clemente, MVP. Roberto Clemente. Like I said, Truba, when I said it earlier, we're blessed to have seen the legendary players that we have seen. I didn't see Clemente play. You're a little bit older than me, but not a lot, but a little bit. But to see the players that we've seen over the course of time, that's why I don't like getting into GOAT discussions, because every era has its own worries. Like, for instance, Joe Montana had more worries than Tom Brady. Joe Montana got knocked out by Jim Burt, ice cold in the playoffs, knocked out cold, like they needed ammonia sticks. You remember that, Truba. And then Leonard Marshall basically broke his back a couple years later in the playoffs. There was no – those quarterbacks had a lot to worry about. Today's quarterbacks don't have as much to worry about. Yes, they still get hit, but not like then. Defensemen have to pull back on their hits half the time. So different eras. That's why the GOAT conversations are hard, because different eras called for different types of play, and it was just a little bit rougher back then in basketball, hockey, football, and so on and so on. So, right. Tell me Clemente couldn't hit in today's era, please. Right. Absolutely. He could hit in today's era. My gosh. You take some of the hitters from back then hitting in today's era, please. Easily. There's too many teams, and quite honestly, how many teams have their number? A lot of teams, number one ace might be number 4 on another team. There's not enough pitching to go around in the league today. Clemente would come here and hit all day. Tony Gwynn, DiMaggio, Mantle, Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly would be killing the ball today too. He would be. I agree. Don Mattingly, man, if he didn't get injured, man, he might have been the best first baseman of all time. Don Mattingly, if he did not get hurt, he's Hall of Fame easily. He could be considered the greatest first baseman of all time, Don Mattingly. It sucked that the injuries took that away. It's like Derrick Rose. Without those injuries, D. Rose would be talking about one of the greatest players of all time. Bernard King, Truba, you and I have had this conversation. If Bernard King didn't get hurt, we'd be up there. He'd be up in these conversations. Bernard would be up there in these conversations. Bernard King. My gosh. If he didn't get injured, Derrick Rose didn't get injured, Don Mattingly, these guys would be they would be legends, man. Don Mattingly could be argued as the greatest first baseman of all time for the Knicks, for the Yankees. Who knows where Mattingly's career would have gone had he not had the disc problems in his back. Oh, my gosh, man. And they were just like that. Oh, please. Valix, Josh Hart, 27 points. Valix, man, Josh Hart, absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. Devin, he never developed the mid-range either. Forget the three-point. And to me, he seems like a big shooting guard. Yeah. Devin, I have to agree with all this. And I hate that I have to agree with this. But that's what RJ is right now. You're nailing it. I have to agree with it. I think I'm going to wear my RJ Barrett jersey on Wednesday to support him. Wednesday, Knicks play the Hawks. I'm going to wear my RJ Barrett jersey, man. I'm going to go all in on supporting this guy. Exactly. Tell me Clemente could. Right. Gehrig. Oh, man. Yeah, true. But Gehrig. Come on. Lou Gehrig, of course. These are amazing. I mean, think about all the Yankees and the players they've had, man, and the eras and the first basemen they've had, and just, felt bad for Mattingly, man. I still do. And Mattingly comes in the year after the Yankees go to the World Series in 81, even though we lost in 6 to the Dodgers. Comes in 82, right? And then he leaves the Yankees right before we start winning World Series after 95 when we choked away that lead to the Mariners, right? And then he leaves as a coach right before we win again. But Mattingly, man, that is like wrong place, wrong time every time. Devin, imagine RJ requests a trade in the offseason. I don't think RJ is going to do that because he always wanted to be on the Knicks. And it's not like he's not being utilized. I'd be surprised if he requested a trade, Devin. I'd be surprised if he requested a trade. This is where RJ's always wanted to be. And remember when the Knicks drafted him, the Knicks were bad. They were like, down there with the Hornets and the Pistons and they were down there. You remember, it wasn't even that long ago. So that RJ Barrett wanted to be on that Knicks team. So I don't see. I would be shocked if he requested a trade. I'd be shocked if he requested a trade. He would really have to be done with the Knicks in the whole. I would. Oh man, I'd be shocked. Trouba, he's the greatest first baseman ever. All due respect to Mattingly. It's hard to argue that, right? But what do you think, Trouba, if Mattingly didn't get hurt? I guess Gehrig would still be the greatest because he's the hits and all that stuff. And Mattingly is like, you know what, Trouba, if Mattingly didn't get hurt, I know it's hypothetical. We could at least call Mattingly a 1A because it's Gehrig and Mattingly to me. Right? I mean, Mattingly would at least be a 1A. Man, Mattingly was such a force, man. Such a force. But yeah, Gehrig gets the nod. He definitely does. He definitely does. But I think Mattingly would have been more in the conversation had he not got hurt. Is that fair? Mattingly would have been more in the conversation had he not gotten hurt. Yep, Gehrig too. I know. What a sad situation for him. What a sad situation. Gehrig, man. Devin, he may want it. That's true. He may, especially being mentioned in trade talks for 2 seasons now. I know. But it's not like they're not utilizing the guy. But you know what? As players go, switching his scenario, is that going to change the situation? Maybe it will. But I don't know. Oh, I hope he doesn't. If Barrett demands a trade and wants out, I will not be wearing my Barrett jersey anymore. But I'm going to wear it Wednesday. I'll wear Barrett Wednesday. Yeah, Gehrig, right. Because if his career continued on, then he would have been the great. Yeah, so Gehrig's the greatest first baseman. He is. On the Yankees back then, I was a huge Mattingly and Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield was my guy overall, but first baseman-wise, yeah, Don Mattingly all day. I know Keith Hernandez was the other first baseman in New York, and Keith Hernandez was a phenomenal first baseman. But again, if Mattingly didn't get hurt, anyway, we're going on and on. Guys, the game's over. The Knicks won. This is great stuff. Wednesday, 7:30, Knicks, Hawks. The Rangers come on right after that. I may go right into the Ranger game after that, guys. It may be double dip on Wednesday. The Knicks, Hawks, 7:30. The Rangers come on against Vancouver at 10. I hate West Coast trips in any sport. But since I'll already be up, we might just be able to run the momentum right into the Rangers at 10 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'd like to do it that way because the Knicks start at 7:30. They'll be over just as the Rangers are starting. So we may be able to just carry the momentum and keep it going, right? Maybe. Anyway, guys, subscribe, bell notice, like button. Thank you guys for the support. As always, I really appreciate you all. I will see you Wednesday, 7:30, Knicks, Hawks, Johnny Basement, and I am out. Guys, I'll see you later.